Yo!
What's up, everybody?
What it do?
Welcome to Monday Nights with Jimmy and Dan. Now,
Yeah.
how's everybody
People
doing
came on-
tonight? Billy's
People came on
actually
expecting to see Billy's sexy self. They got stuck with me.
about 2.5, maybe 3 hours away from home. He came up here this weekend to drop off finals trophies up here to my guys. So we appreciate you, Billy, and hopefully you have a safe trip home. Other than that, what's up with everybody?
Ain't much going on here.
Mr. Dan Current in the house.
So what's going on in Jimmy World? That's what I want to know. There ain't nothing going on in Dan World. Dan World sucks right now.
Just work, about it. Just kind of a little bit of work, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I know. It's like the beginning of the meh season right now. It's like a whole lot of meh. Yeah. Starting to get cold. Everybody's doing rebuilds.
You're gonna
Jimmy's
come up.
already just loud.
You're gonna come up to my show this in December.
Possibly.
December the 11th is the toy drive we have up here. We have a big, huge toy drive for the kids every year. And
nice.
We take all of the toys to Children's Mercy for the holidays for all the unfortunate kids that are stuck in the hospital over the holiday weekend. So
that's cool.
We've actually, this is, I think, our 7th or 8th year doing it. I kind of stepped in probably 3 or 4 years after they had got it going, and just been really helping out ever since. So I think last year we had like 3 or 4 SUVs full of toys.
Dang.
So we really try. We put on a decent show. Base Wars will be there, and we just do what we got to do for the kids.
Heck yeah. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about your show yesterday.
Yeah,
Sam
yesterday
Dunn in
was
the house. What's up, Sam?
so, Mr. Dunn working on that new vehicle. Absolutely appreciate that.
Mine's just sitting in the garage. I can't even base ride in it right now. I'm kind of butthurt. Need some base therapy. Having withdrawals.
Yeah, I bet. When's the malts coming?
Whenever he gets around to me. Old John moves. He's a busy man, so
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start messaging him and doing chargebacks on him like everybody else.
You leave John alone. He's a busy man.
He is. He does stay busy, man. I definitely enjoy seeing his success. So
yeah, he's definitely made a great company and is doing very well for himself. So that's pretty amazing.
Sam Dunn, what'd you get for a new alt? Sam Dunn got him some fresh juice coming there. Jason Lucas trying to find more gains. That's the story of all of us.
Jason hit a 60. It was a 63 something yesterday, 63.8, I think, or 9.
Damn.
Yeah, he's getting that little trunk car pretty loud. So it's pretty nice. Must be nice to have that type of money and gains, and
I know. I wish I could do 160s. Maybe
right?
One day.
Yeah, I know. Shit, I'm
sorry. Yep, I'm still struggling for the 50. I ain't even hit that yet. So
I think if I'm lucky, I could do probably a 55.
I'm still like 49.8, somewhere in there.
That's just because you don't turn it up.
That's because I don't want them Jimmy Pittman problems, blowing windshields and breaking boxes and stuff.
So I think after some discussion with some people, I think I'm going to actually, I'm going to try pulling the stripper pole out.
Why?
Because I believe that's what's causing the window to blow so easy.
I would kind of think it'd be the opposite there, sir.
I don't know.
Well, I know when I put mine in, it stopped it from blowing at the top, but now, of course, the firewall has become demolished. So
it always blows on the top for me, and it blows right where the stripper pole is.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm thinking about, I already know it's going to blow a window no matter what I do. So what's it going to hurt to unbolt the damn stripper pole and just run it and
see what happens?
Yeah.
So try it.
I don't know. So I think maybe, I don't know, because I've been watching it. This is my third window, I believe. I've been watching it exactly where it breaks, and it breaks right where the stripper pole is. What's up, Ronnie?
Sam Dunn says he's going to a 51 on 500 watts. We're going to have to get everybody. Are we doing the low power battles again? We got to get
Sam's
Van
going
Riper in on this and some Ronnie Smith. And
he's going back to old school. He's going to bring it out. So we'll see.
I dig it. I love the efficient builds, man. There's something cool as shit about it.
I think, Sam, I'm actually going to take out, because I have a wood roof right now. I think I'm going to take the wood roof out and the stripper pole and just do a steel roof over the winter.
It already is steel, sir. It's on the top.
I don't believe it.
No, it is. It came from GM like that. It has steel on the roof.
That's not steel. That's tin. That's like I'm going to put some real steel in there.
Oh, man. What's up, Ronnie? Jason?
Ronnie
Pruitt. You can put some big boy stuff in there.
I know, right? We got all the big guys in here tonight. We'll see.
Yeah. 5 layers of double rigid. That'd be a thing. I need to do like 5 layers of double rigid in my firewall, but I don't think there's enough firewall left to stick it to. I think it's become ported.
I had 4 or 5 layers on the nitro door of double rigid. That shit was a tank.
Man, nobody want to hear about that nitro no more, man. The nitro is a thing of the past, sir. We do not discuss the nitro anymore.
It's still out somewhere, sitting in someone's yard.
Somewhere, yes. Tahoe life now. Tahoe life. No more nitro life.
Tahoe life for the win. For the win.
What's up, Dominic?
Mr. Dominic Williams in the house. What's up, Pirate?
We're sitting here watching videos from Squatting the Coast 2021 here.
Yeah? So you should see a lot of videos of Jimmy in there demoing then, huh? That's what you're saying?
No, apparently this one is like Squatted Truck Central here. I don't know if they might kick us off for this, but it's like...
Don't play that. Don't nobody want to see that.
I don't think this one's copyrighted. There's no music. We're good. I mean, unless Chevy or Ford wants to ban it for showing horrible things done to their vehicles.
Don't nobody want to see them gay ass little squatted trucks anyways.
Dude, it's so bad. I was there and I didn't even realize it was that bad. Wow.
You know, Ronnie, when I actually had my window redone, the guy said that the tack at the tack weld on the top, it was broken 2 or 3 spots. So I think that might be accurate a little bit. Sorry. Accurate.
Oh yeah, I mean, if the glass ain't holding to the metal, it don't matter if the stripper pole's there or not.
Yeah.
Whatever that windshield that might be the problem. I might have to add a band of steel.
He said that, that the channel where the window sits in, that lip about that big, he said there's like 2 or 3 rips right up there. So, I mean, that could be a problem.
Like I said, I can tell my firewall's gone because the windshield's been holding. So that means the pressure went somewhere else. And then I discovered where.
You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah. I just realized that windshield still has stickers from slam, from scraping. It's lasted way too long.
Yeah.
I think that's why. It's releasing somewhere else.
I'm just at the point now where I can just say that I think I'm honestly not going to put no more stickers on the window. It's just a curse because I'm going to lose them.
Yeah. That's like me. I love tinted windshields, but there just ain't no point. I was gonna have Luch tinted his shop when we were up there.
I thought you did.
Nah, he was going to, and I just said, "Nah, don't worry about it." I said, as soon as I do, that'll be the end of
it. I thought about that.
I actually do something with it. That's the end of it. Hayden, what's up, man? Seen a little video with Mr. Hayden Price earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a nasty build.
Things. Yeah.
Most definitely.
Big dope things going on. Jarrett Willis finally made it. Oh yeah, but you ain't come on the show. Drag Jarrett in here. I asked Crossfire. Nah. Jarrett needs to be down there. Jarrett, come on the show.
I asked him to come.
Jarrett on here.
Busy. We'll see.
See, if we were doing this through Facebook, I could just tag a thing and bring him.
We are in Facebook. It's Facebook and YouTube.
I know, but I can't bring him into the show via Facebook, like, if you just do Facebook Live.
Oh, you mean like me adding him right now and sending him a message that if he wants?
Yeah, you absolutely should. We want to try Jarrett in here. He ain't doing nothing anyway, so.
We'll see. I bet he don't.
He won't. He'll ignore us. He's too good for us.
Sorry if I look away a minute, guys.
And he says, I'm out in Texas working. You ain't working. You're supposed to be up in Barnaby's working. You just bounce all over. Like Jarrett's like the whore of the work world here.
Right.
How come all these super street windshields can hold up, no steel, no wood, just deadener? I agree. There's some weird things goes on. I don't get it. Well, those guys aren't playing 20 hertz and flexing the crap out of them either. They're playing like 55 hertz. There's a difference, sir.
True. I wish I knew people that play 20 hertz.
Let's say you're breaking up, sir. Losing my connection here. My internet's going out all of a sudden.
You got that?
Yeah. Understand you. Got out.
What's up, Mark? Same cops at the panel.
So hold up. While we on here, and I hope, can you tell who's watching this right now?
Yeah, boy, you're on your phone, ain't you?
I am on my phone.
If you would get on from a laptop or something and actually use the camera on there, I know you got 15 of them in your house.
I do have like 15 of them in the house, but the phone is just so much more convenient.
Well, you would be able to see all the comments. I mean,
I can't see the comments. I'm looking at them right now. I see Sam and Jason and Mark.
Oh, well then.
Jarrett, Willis.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see them.
All the loud people in here.
I can't see us right now, but I can see the comments. I don't need to see me. I know what I look like.
I know what I look like.
Unfortunately, everybody else has to look at me. Now, I want to know if Mr. Billy Temple was watching while he's driving.
That I don't actually have a way to.
Oh, you can't tell. Oh, you can only see the comments. You can't see like who's viewing. I got you.
Well, actually, if I click on here, I can look and see. Actually, I take that back. Well, no, I can just see what look or. Well,
no, because I got a bone to pick with Mr. Billy Temple.
What's that?
So he came up here all the way to your show, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So he came up to Kansas City.
But I will say you have to give that poor man some slack because he drove to Vegas the week before, came home, was home for a day and a half, and then had to load up all the trophies and turn around and drive to my house.
Blah, blah, blah. He literally could have ran right past my house on the way. But he once again he drove past me with my trophy. I know what it is. Mark, beautiful too. But
look who we
drove
had
past my house with my trophy, all because he's scared to get on this damn pool table.
What's up,
is
guys?
that D Jarrett Willis?
Not D.
Holy
D Jarrett. I know. What up? How are you, sir?
I just finished up a little work.
He out there slanging it. He's slanging the D, putting in the work.
Absolutely.
Were you out there promoting your OnlyFans page again?
Yeah.
Full tour?
Doing a little small tour.
That's not even nice. That's not even nice, Dan. But I wouldn't expect anything else from you, though.
Jarrett knows I love him. It's all good.
I've been trying to catch one of these live shows for a minute now. Glad I finally caught one.
Yeah.
You just catch one. You got drunk into one.
Yeah, he kind of did. I mean, I would really like to get a chance, though, that we could sit and chit-chat so you could show maybe also new products and some new shit that you guys have.
Yeah, I'd love to. I should be in town next Monday. I can set up a table, kind of go over the product that I have that I've been taking out the shows and let people ask questions, and I'll BS my way through as much of as I can.
That would
now,
really.
Which product are we discussing? Like LAF product? Are we discussing Crossfire product? Because Jarrett's like the hoe of the car audio industry here lately. He's just been getting pimped out lately.
Both.
Absolutely. Only the cool kids get invited. Well, you could get invited too if you want to come on, Ronnie. I mean, heck, the more the merrier.
We just have like an on-screen orgy going on here of bass hits.
Done a show with or not, but I think the world really needs to know what Ronnie is doing out there with those kids in the Audio Math Club.
I absolutely agree because it's cool as hell.
Everyone needs to know about. And
me and Ronnie have actually been chit-chatting about that, so I'm actually trying to hook him up where me, him, and Billy can sit down and chat about it. So I think there might be some pretty amazing stuff in the works on that.
Yeah. No, I think that's an awesome thing he's doing.
Absolutely it is. It's very cool.
Very, very much. Let's see. So,
but we don't have Ronnie on yet. We got Jarrett, so now we get to interrogate Jarrett.
Yeah. What question you have for me? I'm trying to find a charger for this phone, guys, but I will answer whatever questions I can.
Well, no.
Question number one.
No,
I got the question of the year. Hold on. Let me open this up here with the right question.
Save all the questions for another show where he actually can show product and things like that. We're not
getting. It's not even a product question. He can get into that later.
We're talking.
My question is: has he gotten onto the hashtag #MeToo movement for sexual harassment on the job site with Barnaby Lange? Because I've heard it's not a safe workplace. There is some things that go on, and with the inquiring minds want to know. I mean, we support you, Jarrett. We've got your back out here. Just so you know, we are your safe place.
Hey, no, you know what? I have stayed safe. I I've been fortunate to not be involved in any of that. Over to the new shop. Yeah, I need to make it back out there. It's hard to get out to the West Coast.
That's funny.
I've heard the stories. I have heard the stories.
They're legendary.
You need to come out to some of my shows out here in the West Coast.
Those look like really fun too. That looks really
I know,
fun.
right? Where am I at the West Coast? I'm smack dab middle of the damn country.
There's no coast in the Midwest. There's no Midwest coast, sir. There's just no
It's
such
just
thing.
the Midwest.
Yet somehow there's supposedly fresh sushi out there. I haven't been able to wrap that around my head yet.
Yeah, figure that one out, huh? Fresh seafood and sushi, yeah. Buy out of that one.
There is a place here in the Midwest called Great Plains Seafood that actually has the fish overnighted from California. So I'm fresh. I wouldn't necessarily say fresh. I would say within 24 to 48 hours maybe, but that's probably about as fresh as you're going to get here.
And that's not bad, though.
Oh, come on. Don't you know Red Lobster is all fresh seafood?
Yeah, you can go pick it out the tank and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Only Dan would know about that because he's a baller that can afford
So what
that.
are you doing down there in Texas, Jarrett? You down there smacking Roger around, getting him in line, or what?
No, I didn't even get to get up that way. I'm actually down in good old Houston.
You picking up some new swangers for the ride. I got you.
Yeah. I haven't seen a single slab. I'm a little disappointed. Not a single slab.
No, you're in Houston. Ain't seen no slabs.
No.
Wow, really? Where you at? You must be in like
He's in the bougie part of Houston.
I'm actually in the Hispanic side of Houston. There's been nothing but tire and muffler shops and $85 windshield replacements.
Hey, hold on. They got $85 windshields in Texas.
Installed.
Hey, Jimmy, we moving.
$85 installed for windshields.
I need a windshield for $85. Can anybody hook me up for that price?
All right, hold on. We taking a trip to Texas.
I got a window that's split in half still underneath the fucking tarp out there.
Oh, man.
I haven't did nothing with its finals. It's still sitting out there.
Well, you know, Roger going to be mad you didn't go see him.
I'm actually going through Dallas-Fort Worth tomorrow. I'm hoping I can get enough time to at least say, stop in and say, hey. If not,
you got to see Patrick. You got to slap Patrick around, too, while you're there.
Hayes the new guy, Jeffrey.
Oh, they got a new guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm behind on times. I know Patrick. I don't know Jeffrey. I haven't met Jeffrey yet.
Well, come down in December. We're having that Toys for Tots the first week of December. I can talk more about that next week also. But that's the next time I'll be out in Texas.
Ronnie, look at your PMs because I actually sent you a link to come join us.
We do. We need to hear about Ronnie's kids in school and base thing. I'll let him fill it in. But in the meantime, back to the Jarrett Willis, the elusive, the man, the myth, the legend here.
I know.
No.
Like I'm speechless right now. I usually got all kind of dumb stuff to say, and I'm just speechless. I mean, in the presence of greatness right now, I don't really know how to talk.
You got to take me out to drinks that one night and show me around.
Hi, Bobby.
Yeah, where all the drag racing was. Not many people have gotten to do that.
Very true. Even though we didn't get to go watch the racing, we just got to find out the cops were hot. That was it.
Yeah. Still a good time. And I learned about the underground trash fire. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, our big nuclear waste pile of burning trash in St. Louis.
Oh, look at that.
What's up, David? Oh, you must be talking to Jimmy because I'm nobody now. Jimmy got the demo dominators now.
No, and then he put on there, and Jimmy. Wow. So, no, he made that very clear. I'm still nobody. I can't even get no videos posted on a page.
Hey, I'm working on that. I have so much backlog.
Jimmy Mack is. I try to explain to Jimmy for those who don't know. He's like Jimmy. Roger's not a quick responder.
Well, I don't even talk to Roger no more. I just talk to Jarrett. I know better. Roger, there's still messages from like 2 months ago that Roger hasn't looked at.
Busy man.
Very a busy man.
That's why I just talk to you. I can get stuff done that way.
I don't get much.
I usually just call up and talk to Patrick and get it done.
See, I don't have all them inside edges like you do. I still got to work the edges and the cracks and the roundabouts.
That sounded kinky. I like it.
I mean, that's how you get stuff there. The kinky stuff.
Yes.
that gets stuff done.
We all know how Dan got his.
I had to sign non-disclosure agreements on how I got mine. I mean, it was that good. There were some NDAs involved.
What's up? How are you?
Watching this in China. I'm amazed they haven't banned us there yet.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Coming.
It is cool. But they're going to ban us next.
Base Wars banned in China.
Base Wars banned in
Dan
China.
Current was on their live.
Okay,
Well,
so
see,
how far does Base Wars reach out? Like, I've seen a couple shows pop up in South Carolina and Georgia with the Base Wars name, but I'm not sure if that's affiliated with your organization.
No, the ones you see in Georgia and South Carolina, those are just people. They're like the Base War thing you see down there is local meets, and they just kind of say it's a base war. Okay. But it's not actual Base Wars trademarked LLC, copywritten, whatever, official.
Okay.
I mean, Billy's working on it. He's definitely bringing on some new people. We have people in Texas that he's bringing on. He's got a guy that's going to start up in the Minnesota area and stuff up there. So, I mean, we're definitely expanding out. Billy is going to try to focus on being behind the scenes and take care of the paperwork and updating the Facebook page and trying to give all the people a format that they can all look to.
Nice.
So they can all see
make it professional.
Where their standings are and things like that. So hopefully next year Billy can actually step back from actually having shows and let us run it, and he can get the other things done that we're lacking, I guess people want to say, because we've had a little bit of feedback that we're still lacking as an organization over that stuff.
But, it takes time. It takes time, and it takes organization and getting the right people there to help out.
Well, and unfortunately, I don't know. We're still struggling because we don't have all the benefits of the Term Lab, so we can't upload all our information on Term Lab and things like that. So Billy actually has to go in and make spreadsheets out and do things like that. Yeah. So he can't just go on to Term Lab and post things on Term Lab where everybody can see it there. We don't have that benefit yet. Hopefully one day we will. Oh my. Talking about a myth, a man, the legend. Looky right there.
What's up, boys?
How are you, sir?
There he is.
Look. He said he was switching to the computer so he could show us that loud pink vehicle right behind him.
Yeah, that's going to be a mean one right there, I think. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
That's what I'm talking about. That's pretty amazing.
What is up, Ronnie?
What's up, Jan? What's up, Jarrett?
What's up, Ronnie?
Jimmy?
How are you, sir?
Three cool motherfuckers sitting in the same building, man.
Dude, I feel like I'm in the midst of royalty right now.
Y'all gonna make this little girl blush over here talking like that.
Got all these loud Crossfire guys down there, Jarrett and Ronnie. I just might as well jump off of here, just sit back and watch and fanboy out.
Oh no, you're good. You earned your spot here.
Right. Just in case we got a couple people here tonight that don't know who you guys are, Jarrett and Ronnie, maybe give them a little explanation of who you are and what you got.
Go ahead, Jarrett. Talk to him, bro.
So I'm Jarrett Willis. I do the social media marketing for Crossfire Audio as well as laying audio fabrication. So a lot of the posts you see, Facebook, Instagram, that's going to be me. If you message into the page, I'm generally one of the ones answering as well. So I try to help out, promoting people's builds, getting their builds out there. So there's people putting in a lot of hard work. I see a lot of awesome builds out there, so I want to show those off and trying to promote product at the same time. Also started this year doing shows as well, so I've been setting up the Crossfire booth at a couple big shows. That's going to continue on in the next year as well, and looking to add on the LAF booth as well as soon as I get some more help.
Awesome. So can we expect to see any Crossfire or Jarrett maybe out in some Base War shows here recently or free next?
Oh, Ronnie kicked us to the curb.
He's up. I'm out. I'd like to see next year. My travel schedule is going to be a lot lighter for my main job. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but like Crossfire and LAF are not my main job. I'm actually down in Texas with the main company I work with. So, looking at my travel schedule for next year, I'm going to have a lot more time to like actually go out and move around, and go to shows, which is going to be really nice. I missed a lot of shows this year.
Yeah.
Dude, you're a busy man, sir. Busy man.
All over the place.
Most
When you
definitely.
coming back to St. Louis again?
Hopefully, it'll be a couple years.
Damn.
I liked it out there. I had a really good time. You showed me some cool things. You know, I got to go see the arch. Like that was a good area out there. Been
I'm sure
fortunate
Dan
to see
took you to
the
some
country.
nasty, scary areas. Don't let him lie
Yeah,
to you.
I'm taking him on the hood tour to the east side next time he comes. We're gonna get excited.
I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. I got to plug this thing in. It's going to die on me. Hold on.
All right, brother. Yeah, see, next time you come over, you can just crash at the house. You ain't got to get in the hotel or nothing. We got you. So,
Hey, I'm
No.
down for that.
No, yeah, you should come down here to my area. Dan's
nobody even
old-
likes Kansas City. Kansas City ain't even on the map. Everybody
Dan's-
talk about St. Louis. Kansas
Well, that's
City,
why I
all
don't
they
live in Kansas City. I live in Kansas.
look. All you're gonna do is go to Jimmy's, and he's gonna play Tech Nine videos all night long, and you're gonna have to listen to Tech Nine in the car, and you have Tech Nine at the house,
That's
and
not
then
true.
that's it. That's all you're gonna get.
That's not true.
You know, I'm not. You know, not against Tech Nine. So
See? That's not true.
I haven't been to Kansas City, but like maybe one time. That area, I didn't do a lot around that, but I did have some good ribs while I was out there. So that
Yeah,
was, good little
I'm
point.
actually in Kansas City, Kansas. I'm technically on the border of Missouri and Kansas, kind of.
Yeah.
Jimmy live in a whole neighborhood that look like it's in the city, but they riding horses up and down the street. I ain't figured it out. You like on some Old Town Road or something? I don't know what's going on at Jimmy's house, but
Well, I'm technically in the city, but where I live, there's nothing but a bunch of farmers around me. So it's kind of nice. Everybody's got a little bit of acreage. There's all kinds of animals around me.
Ronnie's still out there playing around. What's Ronnie doing now? I'm curious. He's digging now.
I
I'm
know.
good, man. How to plug it in, man. I've been using this computer all day. It's almost dead. I didn't want to zone out on you again.
Okay. Well,
You got. I told you, stop streaming browsers in 4K. It uses too much juice. You got to drop it down to 1080, bro.
I got to have that clarity, man. I got to see. These old eyes can't see no more, man.
No, bro, no. Sometimes you just don't want to see it.
this is a nice hat you got on there, sir. Look at him flexing.
Oh,
I know.
thank
I ain't even got a Crossfire hat. Jarrett's got them. Jarrett don't send me no Crossfire goodies. Ronnie got all of it. That's why.
He's at the source. He gets all the good ones. I don't even have a flat bill. All I've got's a curve.
I ain't even got that.
I got 2 Crossfire shirts because I bought them at Slam.
You know, Roger be giving me Crossfire shirts labeled 3X, but I think they're like an extra small. I think he switches them up on purpose.
He's like, "Oh, this is for Dan."
Yeah, he swapped the tags on, so I put them on. It looks like a baby cat tee. I ain't figured that one out yet.
He's got to use his flow towels.
Right?
All right. Well,
So Ronnie, tell us what is going on with you, brother. Fill us in on some things.
Well, a lot of things going on, man. First of all, I see we got somebody in here watching in China.
Yes,
That's pretty damn cool right there, just in general. So what's up, David in China, man? Glad you could jump on and see what's going on over here on the big side of the pond. Man, it's been a crazy year, being a school teacher with COVID setback last year. The kids are losing their damn mind. They're so far behind. It's frustrating for them. It's frustrating for me, but that's just kind of motivated me to keep doing what I'm doing with the audio club. So, Jimmy and I, we talked a little bit yesterday. I'm trying to get a hold of Billy and we can all sit down and kind of work out some things. Jarrett had I don't know if it was a good thing or bad thing, but we got to room together in Slamology, and I know I talked his head off. You guys that get to know me a little bit, I don't like to stay quiet for too long. But in general, man, the club's been going for 3 years. I started it the first year that I started competing. I saw Greg Kelly. I forget where he's from. He's up north.
Tennessee,
right. And he had a Power Wheel build there at final. So did Jeremy Slaughter. His son had a Power Wheel build. A few other names that I can't recall right away. And, man, it lit a fire. I was trying to find a way to engage my students and get them interested in math. And when I saw those Power Wheels roll out, it was the start of something good. So, we built a Power Wheel the year prior to COVID. And we had 3 kids plus their parents came out to World Finals for the USACI Finals. We did a 38 flat on a single 12 on a little 1200 watt amp. You know, we built a sealed enclosure on the power wheel. And now it's really progressing. You know, I've talked to my district. I've got a lot of support. People that want to see this become an actual program, not just a little after school thing that I do. But the hard part is getting other teachers or other adults that can mentor and guide the kids and kind of do what we do. You know, I'm setting up myself to be a facilitator. If anything, I'll do trainings with the teachers, teach them basic fundamentals of electronics, how to hook up the amp, how to hook up the battery. I'll be the go-to guy if they need any help with it. So I've been collecting information. I've been networking, talking to people like Billy, talking to, you know, Jeffrey over at DB Drag. Of course, I've got connections over in USACI, been doing that for a while. Talked with Jacob from Sundown at the Slam Show. Of course, we got Roger. We got people at Apex like Nathan Munson. You know, those guys I've got good relationships with. And I'm not going to leak out too much because I don't want to talk the talk before I can walk the walk. But if things keep progressing like they're progressing, we might really be in store for a really good show one of these days. Seeing kids, you know, represented by different companies, putting together these power wheels to show that it's not just about competing. It's about a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a friendship, a fellowship, whatever you want to call it, man. But we come together to do this thing called car audio because it gives us something to take our mind away from the everyday drudgery that we call normal right now.
100%.
Yeah, you can see you see a couple there. You know, there's one little one there. We got another one parked down here. I picked that one up from a fellow named Big Larry down there south of Corsicana. Met him at an old school kicker show a year or so ago. Reached out, said, "Hey man, I got a power wheel you can have. Come get it." So drove a couple hours to pick up the power wheel. Another lady in the neighborhood gave me this one. We found one in the trash. You know, wherever I can get them. Right. And we meet once a week, and we instead of just talking about audio, we also talk about behavior. You know, what's expected of a person. You know, how to be just a civil person, just to get along with people. And then, you know, yeah, we have fun getting loud. You know, we turn on music, we barbecue, we cook out. Just want them to have fun. We got boys and girls joining the club now. So I'm real excited to see some of the ladies, you know, reaching out. Amber Martinez, a local lady here, has a gorgeous build they call the Enterprise. And we're having her come out to the school, and we do little base meets every other Friday. A couple of weeks ago for Halloween, we had a Finest Bogle, a couple of other his friends, Shane Chandler from up south of Oklahoma City, trailered his 615-6 steel cage beast down here to Dallas to hang out for like an hour. You know, and you know, he's a SoundCube guy. He works with SoundCube, so he brought a bunch of swag, brought lanyards and things. You know, I post all these things on my Audio Bros page. For those of you that are on the page, I really only kind of let people in that I've met and talked to for a while and kind of know who you are, not just any old stranger. Man, it's about mathematics. It's about, you know, being a good person and just having fun. You know, the competitive side of it is what it is. You know, that's what we do. That's what I love to do. And if I can pass it on and if I can help one kid, no, fuck that. You know, sorry. I want to help them all. I want to reach out to every damn one that I can. So one's not enough for me. It's like an
I'm with you. I think it's cool too, because like, I mean, it is, you know, the camaraderie, the team thing and all that goes into, you know, the social aspect of it. But from the educational standpoint too, I mean, there's so much science involved in what we do. Science, math, geometry, construction. I mean, they learn a whole lot of a little bit of everything there. There's so much they can learn. Carpentry, you know, fiberglass skills. I mean, body work, you name it. It covers so many aspects of so many different industries that can help them, even if they don't get into car audio, period. Well, you know, in the future or whatever, they can still learn a skill they can carry with them and expand it to a different aspect.
But I like to think it's another connection, though, between son and father, or, just people like us that want to reach out to the community and bring the fun back, too. And I'm not talking trash about any other organization because I love them all, but to bring the fun back to the lanes, to make it fun again, where it's not about all what I can run, what I can't run, whatever. It's just bring it, run it, have fun. Who cares? You got beat by him. Oh, well, go back, rebuild your shit, make it louder. Let's have fun. I mean, let's quit all the petty shit and all that he said, she said drama, and let's just get back to where it was fun again.
I mean, it used to be fun until I got a demo from Ronnie and realized I'm not loud, and then I haven't had fun since. I gave up.
Hey, you didn't have to park next to him at Scraping the Coast, so that's not even fun. I had a demo line there for like 4 or 5 people, and then he turned his on, and like everybody left my vehicle and walked over to him. I was like, damn, I'm just going to go over here and hide in the corner. I'm done.
There's 2 big things that really pushed me to do this whole audio thing with the kids. One, the hands-on learning that we as grown men experienced when we were in high school, middle school, wood shop, plastic shop, metal shop, that is just not happening anywhere. And the fact of it is, when my kids first started this, when I said the F word, and I mean fractions, scared the shit out of everybody. I know adults that freak out when you say the word fraction, but I give them a tape measure, and we start talking about building a speaker box and working on this little toy car. It's out the window. Well, I've got 3/16. How many more do I need? Well, you need 2 more. So 5/16. So that's a little bigger than a half. And now it's not even an issue. They're not worried about it. They know it's just something that you're going to see it every day. The second thing, as much as I would love to say, and I'm an educator for life, man, 18 years I've been doing this. Not all the kids are going to go to college. They're just not all going to go. Some, they can't afford it financially. Some, they just don't have the motivation to be in that realm of learning. But hands-on skills, like Dan was saying, welding, engineering, carpentry, you name it. Those are skills that this world will need until the end of our existence. And it seems like it's kind of being ignored because of the technology, explosion that we've seen in the last decade. And here we are forgetting how to manually dial a phone. If it's not saved in my damn memory, I don't know your phone number.
I hate to say it. That is so true, though. I can tell you a phone number from 30 years ago, but I couldn't tell you one from 30 days ago. That's all Jarrett's fault.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I don't mean to be rude, but Jarrett is driving, trying to get back to his next destinations, and I really want him to come back on maybe next week or the week after, and let's do a whole show with him. Let's get him back safe somewhere. I appreciate you coming on, Jarrett, and hollering at us and all that, but get your butt home. Be safe. Holler at me later on this week.
I just got
talk about next week.
Hey, thanks for having me on for a few minutes. I do appreciate it, guys.
Good seeing you, brother. You. Be safe.
Yeah, good seeing you. Have a good night.
We'll catch you on the next one, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, brother.
All right, I didn't want to be rude.
Now we got a big screen. This big, sexy Ronnie down there. All right.
I didn't want to be rude, but Jerry was driving, so
He was, yeah. We're just keeping him on hold, like he's just, we might witness something bad.
Now, people are saying it in the comments, though, man, keeping them interested.
Yes.
Everything I sucked at school, I wasn't a math guy at all. I don't even know how I graduated high school, to be real honest with you. I think they just wanted to get my ass out of there because they was tired of looking at me. And, I later on in life at age 28, ended up having to go back to school or go to school for the first time. And things were going okay until I had to take college algebra. And I blew it. I failed it twice in a row. And I joke you not, guys, I was inches from just dropping out of college. You wouldn't even be talking to me right now. And went and talked to my enrollment person, my little counselor lady. And she's like, no, you can't do it. We'll get you a tutor. Go to the tutoring. I said, I tried it. There's like 3 tutors for like 70 people. You can't get any help. And it's not working. I'm out. She's like, well, hold on. We'll get you a one-on-one tutor or something. Met a guy named Carlos Cherez. And the first thing he said was, what do you like to do? And I said, nothing in this book. I don't like a damn thing in this book. I don't like none of it. And he was like, no. Well, what do you do for hobbies and fun? Well, I'm a motorhead. I was a race car enthusiast, hot rods, and all that before the audio really came around. And he goes, okay, we'll use that. So rear end differential, compression ratios, you name it. And that's what he used to relate the mathematics to me on a level that I understood it. There's a movie, I can't remember that movie. It's a funny movie. And he's like, you can teach a monkey how to do anything if you find the right format,
My daughter's a high school teacher, so I definitely understand. And she went back to get back to the inner city. She didn't want to go and teach at a private school or the rich Johnson County people where we're at is the uppity class. She wanted to go back to the inner city and give back to the community. So, I think what you guys do, my daughter, you, and everybody else, is amazing because we all sit back and take it for granted. We don't understand the shitty pay, the shitty hours, the work, and that's all involved in it. And it's pretty amazing. I appreciate you guys. 100%.
It is. Like I said, like you were just saying, man, a lot of these kids, I will say nowadays, I think the majority probably won't go to college.
No.
And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. I'm all for trade schools.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lost art. And honestly, like I'm sure everybody's seen the memes on Facebook, the picture, of the thing on the wall at a school where it says, hey, this is what college and this is what a licensed electrician makes, or a licensed plumber, or a licensed HVAC, licensed carpenter.
Right.
You can pull 6 figures a year doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it's such a lost thing in schools. They don't teach it anymore. They just teach you the book stuff, and that's it. There's no shop class. There's no carpentry class. And like you said, to help find, especially math, I'm the same way. Everybody does math so differently, but when you correlate it to seeing it in the real world, like measuring a box and seeing the fractions and figuring out the cubic volume and the area and all that stuff, it's so much easier for most kids to grasp it and learn it by putting hands on with it, instead of it just being numbers on a piece of paper.
Absolutely.
I call it mistake-driven success, because you're going to make mistakes. Nobody learns how to measure correctly first. Nobody learns how to cut a line straight. When you're welding, you're going to look like a roll of hot dogs instead of a roll of nickels. That's how it starts out. So when we do our stuff, like these little power wheels you see here, they're not the big size. They're not the full size. Right. The big full size ones we make for the SBL build. We put the big sub in it. We got enough cubes to really make them loud, etc. But these small ones, this is where the practice comes in. So we get the tape measure, and before we cut one piece of wood, I collect as much cardboard as I can, any box of cardboard I can find. And we measure and we cut cardboard template. And we template everything out with cardboard first. It's that measure 3 times, cut 1 time kind of scenario. So we practice, we cut it, with cardboard, and we make the enclosure. Then it's time to start cutting the wood. So when they give me the cut sheet, I preview it and I say, okay, I've previewed it. I see a few things you might want to consider. Give it back, go over with the team. They sit and they look at it again. They come back, okay, Mr. Pruitt, we're good. We're ready to go. And if they didn't catch something, I'll cut it wrong, and when we bring it back and we put it together and the shit don't fit, I said, well, where did we go wrong? And then they find the mistake. And that's what I'm saying, mistake-driven success. You got to fall down before
Very good way to go.
You have to learn from your mistakes, or it's,
that is actually sheer genius. I like that. I like the way you did it. Instead of just pointing it out before you cut it and go, hey, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Now let them figure it out. And then it's a lot easier to remember that when now you've gotten that far and you can physically see your mistake.
I mean, you honestly think about it, though. It's no different than when we were kids. I mean, we had plenty of adults telling us, no, you're doing it wrong. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. But we were all too hard-headed and just didn't listen. We had to figure it out for ourselves. And that's where it's amazing that we have somebody like you that'll just sit back and let them figure it out for themselves versus interjecting and saying, no, this is wrong or this is wrong. Because a lot of kids don't learn by that. I was one of them. if you told me I was wrong, I'm going to do it anyways and prove you wrong just for saying I was wrong. But I mean, even though it don't work like that in that world, but I mean, at that same aspect, you have to let them understand and let them do it themselves to feel that they were wrong before they learn from it. And that's amazing.
It's like parenthood, in my perspective, being a teacher. I'm like a daddy, a classroom daddy. I look at my students.
I call you daddy.
Hey, big daddy.
So, no, but in all seriousness, no, I do. I look at now. I mean, the beginning of my career, that wasn't the facts. I'm the boss. My voice is big. Do what I say because I said so. That's how I initially started my career in teaching, and I found out real quick that don't work.
No.
And then I got to thinking about it. My son came home one day crying his eyes out. He was like third grade, fourth grade or something. And I was like, what's the matter? What's wrong? The teacher told me I was stupid and that I would, blah, blah, blah. Or I don't know if he said stupid, but he insulted him. He upset him. He didn't motivate him. He just said, you're wrong. And that's it. And I tell you, that close to going up to the school. But then I stopped and I said, damn it. Am I that same teacher? Am I that same teacher that says my way or the highway? And it really made a change in me right there. So now when I look at my students, I do look at them in a view of like how I expect my own kids to be treated. They do something wrong, there are consequences that will be followed up. But when they do things right, man, you got to celebrate them. You got to reward them. You got to let them know that somebody cares because you might be the only son of a bitch who cares about them. Maybe.
100%.
I haven't done a lot of great things in my life. I'll guarantee you that. I've been down that dark road like many of us have. So this is some of my redemption. I'm trying to rephrase it in a good way. I'm trying to make up for lost time, And tomorrow's not promised. I'm not going to go down that road. But, man, we're only here for a short time, man. So let's do what we could do to try to make it last,
100%.
And it's fun, man. It is fun. You would not believe the expressions that they had. If you go to the Audio Bros, those of you who are in Audio Bros, and if you're not and you want to join it, hit me up, talk to me, maybe work it out. But the video that I put up when they came out and did that demo show in October, man, they're in the back seat and they're just ripping and slamming. They were like at a concert, man. And that right there, they're hooked. It's in deep. It's not coming.
Ronnie got me hyped, ready to drop my fat ass to Texas now. Like I'm ready to come down. Like
right,
come on, man.
I want to come down and learn from the master.
We got like I said, Amber. The lady Amber Martinez. They're like out in Waco. They're like 2-3 hours away. And when I initially asked her to come, I thought she was local because I had seen her at the Crossfire shows. Like every Crossfire show, she's there. Not thinking they're driving 2-3 hours every time just to make a show. And then we got to talk about the time. And she goes, yeah, by the time we leave, we'll get there. And I was like, oh, wow. I didn't realize y'all were so far away, man. I mean, sorry, I don't want to put y'all out. Oh, no, man. We want to come. We want to do it. Same thing with Shane. He drove like 3.5 hours pulling a rig, and that speaks volumes. And when they see that, the kids see and hear that they did that, that made a big difference as well. Not just the fun time and all the loud music. And Shane, even his girl, he probably gonna kill me for saying this, but he came to me and he goes, hey man, my girlfriend might kill me, but what do you say we try to launch this window real quick? And I was like, oh man, you ain't got to go to that level, bro. He goes, nah, it's already kind of on its way out, man. I think we're gonna go ahead and send it. So to let them see that on top of everything, and then he ended up toasting a sub right before he was going to do it. He toasted a sub. So, but they got to see that smoke pouring out of the vehicle, and he's just like, oh well, we happens. We'll fix it. We'll come back and we'll do it again.
So that's pretty amazing. Next time you do something like that, reach out to me for sure. I mean, hopefully we can get something set up and talk later on. Yeah. I don't want to say anything or spoil anything until we can make them details happen. But
like I said, the only thing that stopped me from wanting to come down here is they got Ronnie. I mean, why do I want to show up when you got Ronnie?
I know, right?
Well, the truth of it is they've seen the van. I bring the van up there. We talk about specs on the van. when we do mods, and we got some mods under progress right now, I can't talk about, but they get to see that, but I can't really sit them in there for a demo, man. I'm not going to put a kid in there with a 167. It's just not fun. They need to float towels. They need to have their hair blown. They need the demo.
That's why you need Dan Current there, because he plays in the
Yeah.
I'm only a 139. They're safe in mine. You ain't got to worry about me.
Hey, man, safety is a protocol. We wear ear protection. I got a big old bottle of earplugs, and we got the sound in it, and we do it. Probably, we know it's not as violent on the ears as people think.
Still, though,
they still have to break in.
Safety.
They still have to break in and get used to that before they can, just sit.
Yeah, all it takes is one kid going home with a blown out eardrum, and that's the end of everything.
Oh, it's all over.
Right. It's game over there.
We use drills. We use hand drills. We use box knives. We use screwdrivers and pliers. We have the safety goggles all the time, even though it's a mild tool. You got to teach them that part of it also. How to change a flat tire.
Yes.
You know how many men that I know right now call AAA if they have a blowout? And that's fine. I'm not dogging.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I feel offended right now.
Dan Curran calls AAA.
Hold on. I got base head excuses, though, because they're damn sure ain't a jack or a lug wrench anywhere in that damn truck.
Well, when you old and decrepit like us, man, it's smart to call AAA. But damn well in your day, you've changed many a tire. You've changed the oil. You've taken care of your vehicle. And it's about that also. We talk about financial management. How do you afford, a $10,000 system, when your car can barely start and drive, how to maintain the vehicle, how to take care of them, how to budget, if we're going to take a loan out, what's the interest rate we would pay back? It's the same principle. If you're trying to buy an amplifier, you want to buy it by Christmas, start saving in January, you got 12 months. So we take that unit, we divide it into 12 pieces. Here's your monthly saving goal. So if you can save that money each month, keep dedicated to your budget. By the end of the year, you're going to have that equipment that you need. And I know a lot of adults don't do that. They want it right now.
Let me get that snap financing at 89% interest.
What's that?
They'd be like, let me get that snap financing at 89% interest, but I got to build.
No. It's rainy day fund, man. You put money back. And one of the biggest things that anybody ever taught me, my grandfather taught me, is you always pay yourself first. When I get paid every month, small, little bitty, teeny tiny fragment goes into a hole that never gets seen. And one day, maybe it'll be enough for me to do something with.
We got Mr. Andy Miguel in the house, Mr. Cookie Monster.
We ain't fighting, fellas. Every time I hear that song, Dan, I think of you, man. Every single time.
Boy.
Every single time.
You know how many times that I will park next to Dan and play that song intentionally? Because I have it rebased by Chris Russ. And it is what it is, but I will sit next to him and I will play that. No, we ain't fighting today, Dan. And he just sits there and bows his head like, damn it, Jimmy.
I just turned my stunt wall on and I can't hear him. We're good.
Yeah, that's not true because my doors are louder than your stunt wall.
Them stunt walls make my old ears hurt, man. I'll be honest with you. There's some of them, they're just so, and it's great. It's what they want from it. So more power.
I'm going to build a stunt wall in the back of my vehicle next year just so I can shit on Dan with Crossfire.
Just so you can do it. Yeah, Jason Miller. Yeah, Shane Chandler's the man, bro. He helped me out. And I tell you, truth is, I mean, a good number of people when we go to shows. We go to Houston, we go to Waco, we go to New Mexico, we go to Slimology. We hit these shows across the country. And Shane reached out to me when he saw we were doing the demo show and said, hey, man, I'd love to come out and bring the rig. And to be honest, at first, I couldn't remember who he was. I knew the name. So the first thing I said was, tell me what your vehicle is again. As soon as he said the vehicle, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Now I remember who you are. He competed against me,
all of us.
with me, I guess is a better way to say it. He competed with me last year at USACI Finals, took third place in Mod Unlimited, and took a couple of rings in some of the music classes. And, when he came down there, I asked him and said, hey, man, bring the hardware. Bring the rocks, man. Let them see them. Kids, man, they taking pictures with them on their hands. It's like they could put 3 of their fingers in one ring hole, And And yeah, Shane's a great dude, man. Real respect to him for coming out like that. And who was that? Mike Davis. Man, appreciate the comments, bro. It's a hard knock life, like they say in the song, and it doesn't always go the way we want it to. It truly doesn't, And
well, like I said, what you're doing is helping to teach these kids to adapt and overcome.
Improvise,
whether it be in car audio or life itself, that is a key life skill, brother.
I say that all the time. That was our in the Army. I was airborne in the service, and that was our full motto: improvise, adapt, overcome. That's all it's about. Yep. And you're gonna fall down a lot. Who was it? Tyson that says everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth. Well, life's gonna punch you in the mouth, so be ready for it. I don't know if it was Tyson who said that or not, but somebody said that.
Somebody said it, and then they got punched in the mouth. Sorry. Oh man, but nah, man. Huge props to you, Ronnie. Like I said, I love what you're doing down there, brother. I think it's cool. Like I said, I think we need something like that everywhere, especially like you said, there's no trades being taught anymore. There's no life skills being taught anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's sad.
It's amazing.
It's truly sad. And
it's
so
working,
to see you getting this going,
well, I mean, I looked at it a while back too, and I mean, just like you said, there is no more shop classes, there's no more home ec, there's none of that. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything. It's like I almost feel like they're trying to set you up for failure, because if your parents don't teach it to you, where else are you supposed to learn it? Off of YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I don't feel that learning it off of YouTube, you get that one-on-one grasp and you actually know how to do it right. And if you make a mistake, what are you going to do on YouTube? Ask YouTube, oh, I made this mistake?
Plus, it's the sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that these kids are getting from doing this. From seeing it come to fruition, from seeing it play.
Yeah. They need somebody like Ronnie in the background saying, I appreciate so much that he stands back and lets them make the mistakes and failures so they can learn it. But when they make that great achievement, he's there to pat them on the back. And regardless of what anybody says, there is a lot of people in this world that just need that extra pat on the back that said, "Data boy, you did an awesome job." Because there's so many of us that don't hear that growing up. And it hurts, and I'm not saying me or whatever, but there's a lot of really bad kids out there that just need that extra support. And just by you showing them that little extra love and support, that means a lot to them, and that's amazing. It really is.
There's a lot of potential, man. There's the iceberg is not even starting to crack right now, and I say that in respect to people that do things in the classroom that I don't do. There are great teachers out there. There's robotic programs, computer programs. There's all kinds of activities, but not all kids are into that. Some kids like riding the bicycle as fast as they can until they wipe out, get up, wipe it off, and do it again. And that's kind of what this is about. Like I said, failure, by success, mistake-driven failure. You're going to learn the hard way. We had a chess tournament this weekend. I had a big chess tournament I competed in. And I seen some of my previous students who are now high school students getting ready to graduate. One particular, Robert Torres, who actually I let him run the Astro 3 years ago, my first year competing at finals. I brought him and another student of mine there, and I let them turn the knob. Of course, we had people raising hell about it. Oh, you can't let somebody else run your vehicle. And I just wanted to lose my shit over somebody complaining about me letting a kid have that 3 seconds of spin on the wheel. But I saw him, and the first words out of his mouth, "How's the audio club doing?" First words, not "How you doing, Mr. Pruitt? Good to see you." None of that. Not "How was your chess match?" Nothing. "How's the audio club?" And one of my club members happened to be a customer. He was sitting right next to me. He goes, "Oh, check it out." Pulled out his phone. Started showing off those pictures right there. There's the hook, man. Not all kids are going to dig it. Not all kids are going to dig it, but the ones that do, just like football, not every kid plays football or wants to play football, but the ones who really get into it, they can get something from it, get a sense of accomplishment, or at least being part of something. I wanted to be part of something so bad growing up. I made bad choices and was part of things that I shouldn't have been. But really,
Yeah, I was part of a lot of things, but I shouldn't have been part of none of them.
yeah.
None. So.
But we're working on it, man. Guys like you, Jimmy, appreciate you inviting me on, man. Yeah, I kind of baited the hook saying only cool kids in the show.
No, it doesn't matter. I wanted you on. I appreciate you. And
this is
Well,
how
trust
we
me,
get
if
the
that
word
was
out.
the fact maestro, you wouldn't be looking at my fat ass on here.
But we got to get the word out, man. And the more that we can spread the word, there might be somebody basehead in here right now. Like Jimmy said, his sister's a teacher. Maybe there's some dude in here right now.
My daughter.
Your daughter. Maybe somebody in here knows a teacher that is kind of a basehead in the background. Maybe they hook up with me and go, hey, man, what's this thing you're doing? You know, maybe your daughter, maybe she could do it. It don't have to be a man, you know, not even close to having to be a man.
No.
But the more word we can get out, the more people I can find. There was a fellow up north, and I just lost his name. I met him through Steve Barber, the Shitting on Him group. Damn it. But he's a school teacher, and he had a little audio club, and they were building speaker boxes like for the principal's car and that kind of thing. And he was another one that I went, that's something I need to look into. And as soon as I saw Craig Kelly with those Power Wheels, that was it. You know, my kids are going to be driving cars in the next couple of years.
I had a Power Wheel in my lanes this weekend. He was, yes, granted, his dad built it, but I want to say he was 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
And all he wanted to do was just reach and push that button and hit that play. And then at the end of it, he was out there. I mean, he was literally pushing his own Power Wheel so he could move it because it was remote control and the batteries had burn out. But he was pushing it so he could steer it and move it. And I mean, he's just a little bitty guy. But the enthusiasm behind it and him hitting play and trying to play the music the whole time, that was amazing to me.
There's a Crossfire member, Crossfire guy, Kyle Rhodes, his son Chris Rhodes, and he works on them. I mean, he actually gets in there and builds them. He's a young boy, you know. Roger sent him a little team shirt, got him on the team, so to say. Sent him a little letter about thanking him for bringing out the Power Wheel, et cetera, et cetera. Man, that goes miles. That goes miles with these kids. They might forget it tomorrow. Chances are they could, but when they're into it like that, that means something. And it might not go to college. They might not do audio ever again, but they had that experience, and maybe it leads to engineering, maybe it leads to carpentry, plumbing, HVAC, or, you know, whatever it is. It gives them some kind of resource or some kind of revenue to look forward to. Take me under his wing when I was.
It does, and here's another thought too. I mean, I know you look at it from, you know, going to the school aspect, obviously you're a teacher, but I mean, to other people watching, I mean, there's all kind of community programs out there, boys and girls clubs, after school stuff goes on that could also get involved in something like this and give these kids something to do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be through the school. There's plenty of other opportunities to get in this.
In the inner city, I think they've just honestly got to the point where they just forgot about the kids. And I grew up in the ghetto, but it is what it is. But they forgot. They complained. Oh, the boys are out here running around doing this, breaking this. Give them something to do. You know, get them off the streets. Get them away from drugs. Get them something to do that they're interested in, besides sitting there on your fat ass and bitching about them all the time. You know, do something. Get off the couch. Go give that little boy that's running around throwing rocks at your window something to do productive. Teach him how to build a box.
Did you throw rocks at windows?
Well, you know, I mean, it's just anything, but
we need to talk.
Shut up.
Hey, man, here's a couple of things, right? You know, my years of education, my years as a father, I got a 14-year-old son, 9-year-old daughter. If there's anything that I say I know is true, and I will not hesitate to say it, kids strive for discipline and structure. 100%. They will buck you. They will buck you. They act like they don't want it, but as soon as you give them some kind of structure and some kind of discipline to follow, you would be surprised that the night and day difference you could see in these kids.
That's an amazing comment. Thank you, Melissa.
The second thing, Dan Current. This is exactly why I wanted to come on here, right? What you just said is something that hasn't popped into this little in-between ear slot brain of mine. Boys and Girls Club. See, talking right now, you just gave me another potential resource of somebody to reach out with. We have a Boys and Girls Club that comes to our school, has an after-school program every day. Not once have I thought to talk to them about doing something like this, you know? And you just got to network. You got to brainstorm. My first degree was in business, and I have an MBA from A&M. Never used it, you know, ended up coming into education, and here I am. But now I keep falling back on a business plan. This has to have structure. I've got to get my ducks lined up and get everything accounted for to really make it take off. Not just settle for, oh, well, I've got a few kids now and they had fun.
Oh, I was going to say, you get into something like in with the Boys and Girls Clubs or the United Way or any of these places that have a national basis. Right. Mm-hmm. You know, that's going to kick open your door for a national thing, you know, a national opening to show them. You know, of course, they're going to want to start small. Maybe you start off with just your local Boys and Girls Club. But if the program takes off, bro, like I said, I mean, you got base heads in every city. And I can't think of a single one that wouldn't want an opportunity, dude, to do this and sharing this with you. And for real.
100%. I would give a lot of my time and
Jimmy, you don't have any time.
Everything. Yeah, well, a little bit. But I'd give up what I have just to help out somebody. You know, I do it all the time anyways. And I love giving back to the community. Besides the community, to the kids. The kids are where it's at. 100%. That's why I do that local toy drive every year that's coming up in November or December.
Well, you know, like I know, the kid demos are always the best. Like when we're out there demoing,
you're smiling.
And that kid gets in for a demo. Yes. We go out of our way for that demo. I don't give a shit what you say. And what base head out here can say that when that young kid gets in your car, you know, and he's sitting over there, you ain't gonna give him the perfect demo. You're gonna pick the perfect. You put way more effort to a kid demo than you do a normal demo. Mm-hmm. And what Ronnie gets to do is take that and take it to the next level of the whole aspect of it. Okay, now you've heard it. Ronnie gets to get the satisfaction and the joy of watching it grow.
Yes.
And I think that's just cooler than shit. So
thanks, man. I saw something the other day, almost brought a tear to my eye. Not gonna joke. We all got testosterone. We're all swinging deep around here, right? But the truth of it is, man, we were in the classroom the other day. We're getting ready to rip this new power wheel that we're fixing to start building. We're just going to demo the whole hell out of it. We're going to cut the back end out of it. We're going to take the roll bar off of it. We got to start thinking about every cubic inch of space that we can get out of it. So I was like, okay, here's how we're going to start. We're going to start by marking it off. We're going to take this drill bit, big thick bit, and we're going to draw a little pilot hose all the way down that line, right? So that we can see where the line is, and then we can cut it out. So who wants to do the drill? You know, who thinks they're ready for the drill? They turn around, they go over there, talk to each other, and I see them over doing this. They're sitting there battling out to see who gets to use the drill. You know, and I tell you, man, that right there, I was like, I remember those days. You know, I remember those days. Let me help. Ooh, let me. I want to be the one. You know. And it's selfless in one sense because it takes a lot of time, man. You know, I get home every night, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. It's dark. You know, I tutor 3 days a week. I do the audio club one night. I do my chess club another night. I do guitar club on the weekend. And it's
you're busy.
Like I said, man, I'm trying to make up for some of that lost time, bros. You know, I really am.
My
kids, they're not neglected, you know. Some people are like, you spend all that time with your kids. What about your own kids? Oh, no. This garage, that whole side over there is all them, you know.
They built Ronnie's van. You know, he's using child labor in his house, his own kids.
Little sweatshop out in Texas.
Right. He got a little.
Need a power wheel? Audio system? Call Ronnie's Power Wheels. Yeah.
Actually, I'm getting ready to build one for my granddaughter. We're gonna have to talk because I'm sure you got a little couple tricks and trades or secrets or something. But yeah, I want to build her a nice little pretty. If you actually look back and see some of the videos, My grandbaby's sitting on my wife this weekend while my wife's working term lab, and she's sitting back there and she's got headphones on because we always insist on it. But she's sitting back there with her headphones on, just juking away while Mama's working on the term lab. That's pretty amazing to me.
They had fun at one thing that's fun. Just here's one for you, but I don't know where you want to take it. 2 years ago at finals when we built the one for the Usaki Extreme, the little like a little tank, man. It's just a little like
I was there. 2019.
We had I came across a JY Power little green 45. Matter of fact. Oh, it's at the school. But that's what we ran the power wheel with, a JY Power 45 green cell that we modded and we mounted it under the hood and all that. Let me tell you something, boys. You ain't had fun till you sit on the top of a box-built power wheel with a lithium battery under the hood. That sumbitch would do donuts and spin. And once they saw that, there's like, Mister, I need to take a ride. So after we competed, after we had fun and we did our thing, I was like, go have fun. Just try not to tear it up. Try your best.
I don't know if you know this, but there's actually companies out there that make performance parts for power wheels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I kid you not. They sell upgraded motors and gears and wheels. And I mean, there is literally a power wheel performance market out there.
Oh, yeah.
That sells like all the upgraded stuff. I mean, you can have a power wheel doing 50 mile an hour across parking lots with little plastic wheels if you wanted to.
That one that Greg Kelly built, that thing is like lifted. It's got suspension. He's got a 45, I want to say a 45 amp hour C-Max bank mounted underneath it with a charging port coming out the side. I mean, his is legit, man. I mean, straight up legit. So, neat. It's all about, having fun and getting out there and trying to do your thing. I'm not, I'll be a teacher till the day I die. I'm going to retire doing this. If I do ever leave the classroom, it's going to be working in some division for student activities or something along the lines of what I'm doing. If I can get this thing to take off like I really wanted it to, and, that may not happen and, maybe it will. Maybe I could be a facilitator, going to different schools, teaching people how to do this. Common knowledge is really the basis of what this is. If you're a base head, you're just that much more experienced, right? You're that much more willing to get out there and try. But even just a common Joe who can paint a fence or put up a pair of curtains, man, if you can read a set of instructions, we can get you set up on positive, negative, remote. Build the box. This is cubic inches, volume, length times width times height.
What are you talking about? Half the base heads out here don't do that. I've seen how many times see people hook the amp up backwards. Come on now.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, I'm just making a general statement. Here you go. Here, build it for me. I'm gonna turn the knob, but you built it.
Hey, and that's all good. Nothing wrong with those guys. I wish I had the money to have somebody build mine at times because the time consumption that we put into these things,
Yeah, I mean, we can't all just go buy us a fully built Tahoe with crossfire and stuff in it. Some of us got to, work for it and build it. And some people just go, hell yeah, I want me a fully built crossfire Tahoe with a whole bunch of 15-inch, XT3s and 8Ks in it and 2004s and some fancy doors in it. And I'll just buy it, and I'll have it delivered to Slamology for me. I ain't even got to drive it to Slam.
So bad right now. I don't know why. My head is itching so bad.
We can't all do that, right, Ronnie? Some of us actually got to work for this. The rest of us just got a sugar mama. And they just have new base cars delivered to Slam.
Not all of us can have a vehicle built that has 421s in it. It can sit back and just demo at every vehicle with this stupid stunt wall and everything else. So, I mean, really, we want to go down this road, Dan. I built my Nitro, and that bitch was amazing.
It's always been said. You guys know what I'm going to say here. As the old saying goes, you respect it if you worked for it. When you got your first car, if somebody bought it for you, you ragged that sumbitch out. You burned out every corner. You burned up the transmission. You never changed your oil. You always had somebody.
Oh, no, I had to buy all my cars. I didn't ever have the free one.
Exactly. But if you had to save and work and bust your ass to get that first car, you took care of it. You respected 100%. And it's kind of the same thing with this. Yeah, I dig these things out of the trash. I beg, plead, whatever I got to do to get them. I've bought like 3 of them at yard sales, about $100 a piece, plus the equipment we've put in them up to this point. But it's either I'm going to spend it on that or I'm going to spend it on something else.
Thank you, Jason.
Truth of the matter, the more money you got, the more money you're going to spend. And I'm just trying to get something out of it that makes me feel right. Not.
Dude, like I said, what you're doing is something, we can all buy a build. We can all build a build. But, man, what you're getting, honestly, and I tell people this all the time, the key to immortality is to build a legacy. And what you're doing is building a legacy, bro. What you're teaching these kids will last forever and will go on from generation to generation with them. And 100%. Bro, that's the key. Like I said, I mean, I'm gonna go out here and demo. Jimmy gonna go out here and demo. You're gonna hit the lanes and hit you and do demos and hit your numbers and all that. You know what? At the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna remember none of that shit. Yeah, but what they are gonna remember, these kids is gonna remember, is what they was taught and what they accomplished and what they learned with you. And bro, that's something you can't get from nowhere else.
Man, mad respect for you guys saying stuff like that. And I know you mean it. Jimmy and I have had chances to talk at Slam. We got to know each other pretty well. Dan and I, we've had conversations here and there on the net and, here and there. But in the truth of it, we're all still real strangers, and to hear somebody that we don't really know each other that well to say those kind of things, much respect, guys. I appreciate
it's amazing that you take that much time out of your life and put that much effort into giving back to the kids. Seriously. And anybody that can't appreciate that is just a dumbass. And I don't know how else to say it, but truthfully, is a dumbass. It's amazing what you do and how you do it. There should be more people like you out there.
Appreciate it, man. And there can be. You can be doing it, Jimmy. You can be doing it, Dan. I mean, we could all be doing it, but the fact is, life isn't always what we want. I just happen to be fortunate, right? I happened to fall into this. I was already a teacher. I already had a couple of little after-school things that I did, and I used to do hot rods and go racing and all that. And when that went away, I needed another hobby. I was killing the wife at home. She was like, if you don't get out of this damn house and go do something, you're driving me crazy. Sitting up at the Golden Corral one night, I think, having dinner, some dude pulled up in the parking lot, beating the doors off of Tahoe, and everybody looking around like, oh my God, it's thunder. It's going to rain. What is that sound? And I know what that sound is. Went out there, met the dude, talked for a few minutes, asked me to come out to his show, got me an invite. The hook was in, man, and that's what we did. 4 years now. I think I could say 4 years I've been in this audio thing. The first year, big spectator, just trying to look around and see what was what. Had a Marquise, tried to put a trunk build in a Marquise, and then had my ass handed to me by 2 10s, in a 10-inch port. And I was like, okay, all right, I see where this is going. So sold the Marquise and saw Pablo was selling the old van.
Pablo, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Hold on, man. I've been in this damn audio thing for about 26, 27 years.
Wow.
I ain't even doing a 39 yet. You've been in it 4 years and busting out. I quit. I'm done. Y'all guys have a good night. I'm checking out. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Bye. Don't call me on the show no more. I'm out.
I know, right?
I loved audio since I've been in high school. Now, don't get me wrong when I say in audio. I mean, I've had systems in every car that I've ever owned since 16 years old. The home stereo speakers in the back with the Sony unit in the floorboard with the RC converter, all that. I went through all those phases, and no joke, but it was really not to the level of what we're doing now. It was the Crank It Up contest back then where the yellow, what's the boy's name with the yellow blazer? Fuka. I know I'm butchering his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't even.
The Alpine, the Blazer, the yellow.
Yes.
And, seeing that guy in person blew my mind at Heat Wave one year. And it was always, wow, I would like to have something like that. But it never happened. Just never happened. Just wasn't supposed to be. And when I got into, like I said, about 4 years ago, it was a big itch. And I was a big boy now. Had my own money, had responsibility, had – means to an end, not just finding anything I could find at a pawn shop. Radio Shack was no longer available. You know, so yeah, there's
Oh
Mark.
man, so you got in the game late. You missed the whole Radio Shack era. Damn.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I knew the Radio
Hold
Shack.
on. Wait. You don't know about the Sparkle-matics and the 50-watt power boosters.
Oh
Nah,
yeah,
bro, the
dude.
realistic,
Oh yeah.
the realistic where
okay,
you stick it up.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
Optimus.
knew about it. I just
Oh.
wasn't into it, right? I had the pile, you know, Radio
We
Shack
couldn't
pile,
afford that
Gold
shit. It was
Series,
the
Pine
50-watt
Pyramid.
Sparkle-matics.
Yeah. Gold Series, Rockford Fosgate, Punch 150, Sherwin Vegas subs. And I remember, I couldn't even tell you what ohm load they were. I know the wire was probably about that big.
Oh, bro, we was running 16 gauge power wires and
Oh,
8
yeah,
speakers,
bro.
probably wired at .0001, and how the hell we didn't burn shit down?
All positives together, all negatives together. That's all.
Just tie it all together. It'll power it. Fuck it.
I got some 6x9s in the dash, you know.
Take every house speaker you had in the house, throw them in the back of the car, plus your friends' subwoofers, and put them all up there at one speaker.
We built boxes out of pressed particle board, you know, with nails and hammer, and some liquid nail. You know, put that bitch together, rip pillows apart, stuff them inside for insulation. You know, we did it all. But the days of today, you know, like I said, being older, going to those shows, seeing these big badass builds roll up, I was blown away. You know, first time I sat in a 60 plus car and I couldn't breathe, I thought, yes, please, I gotta have this. This is the equivalent to a big block Chevy on juice. You know, when you punch that big block and it rips you back in the seat, and all you see is the tail lights go from this big to that big. You know, that's an adrenaline rush. Same thing sitting in these cars doing 60 plus. I'm a meter guy. I'm a numbers guy, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. It used to be, no, I can demo. I can play 33. You know, I can. Oh, man, I'm gonna play 64, and I'm gonna shut your esophagus down. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep windshields intact. I'm trying to save equipment, and I'm gonna make this vehicle last because I ain't got money to buy more. You know, so you demo.
I got bored with the numbers
and busting whores, or however Rustical says it, you know.
No, like I said, all of us ain't got sugar mamas like Jimmy. I get it. You know, some people can blow windshield at every show and just have their sugar mama buy a new one. You know, they can go buy a new demo vehicle whenever they get tired of their old one. But for us poor people,
shut up.
Us poor people, we get it. You know, we try to make it last. Well, I'm with you, Ronnie.
I'll sneak a little bit out of the bag, right? I'll pour a little bit on the ground for you.
We're building oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was coughing again.
You good?
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. My mic's messing up again.
Did I hear Neo?
Hey. What was that guy's name in The Matrix again, Jimmy? I can't remember his name. Oh, was it? Oh, Neo. Yeah, that's right.
Neo. Yeah, Neo.
Yeah, Neo.
I think I've heard something about Neos before.
Yeah, there's some musical Neos. There's some musical Neos that I'm hearing a lot of good things about. Testing is showing some good data. You know, longevity, range, throw, X-Max, excursion, really looking friendly for the demo situation. But 3 years ago,
with a great Tahoe that would probably love some.
3 years ago, I was out we were coming back from a wedding out in San Antonio, and my wife loves me, supports me, not a basehead, don't have nothing to do with it, don't really care to. And we were coming home from San Antonio, and one of my buddies, we stopped at a rest stop in Waco, and my buddy hit me on message, said, "Hey man, are you at the show in Waco?" And I thought, show in Waco? No, I'm with the family, bro. I'm headed home. Oh, there's a show in Waco today. I thought you were there. I saw your rest stop was in Waco. So I mentioned it to my wife. I'm like, hey, there's a show here in Waco, you know, since we're just kind of chilling out. She's like, okay, let's go by. Blew my mind. I couldn't believe my wife wanted to go to a demo show, right? Pull up, Bass Outlaw boys out there doing their thing. Met a dude named Andrew Reed. We had talked on the net for a little bit. Got to meet him in person, demo his vehicle. Next thing I know, his wife and kids are there. My wife and kids are here. We're having this great conversation. We're having fun. And this guy pulls in with this little S10 Blazer, man. Gold, Dayton rims, smooth looking Blazer. And my jaw just dropped. And I'm like, man, that's my bucket car. I've always wanted an S10 Blazer. And Andrew's wife looked over at him and goes, kind of nodded. And I was like, what's the nod? He goes, man, I got a basket case sitting in the garage. No dash, floorboards are rotten, blah, blah, blah. But it was an audio vehicle at one time. It's got a little cage in it. The motor will run and drive. Lo and behold, about a few months later, I ended up with it. I was going to buy it from him, give him like $500 for it. He called me one day and said, come pick it up. I want you to have it. I talked to my dad about it. We want you to have it. Use it for your audio club. Use it for whatever you can do with it. Use it. It's been 3 years I've had that vehicle. We pulled it out of paint and body last year, and it is gorgeous. And we got a little 812s fourth order slide in that I put together inside that cage, and it's coming. I don't know how much longer it's going to take because money's money, and it takes a lot to put motors and all that. But I'm going to try to hang with some of you demo boys, but the car is so pretty, I don't want to rip it apart.
He going to come out there with a damn Pro-Charged LS under the hood of this thing.
Nah, small block Chevy
1,000
all day,
horsepower,
man.
doing 175s at 20 hertz.
I don't do the LS blocks, man. I'm a straight up carbureted manifold, big headers. It might be a little bit fast. All
right, so there's going to be a damn 383 stroker under the hood of this LS 10 Blazer.
Maybe a stroker, but I doubt it.
Or a big old 1150 CFM Holly double pumper shoved up under there, and a big old wind blower somewhere on it. Yeah, we know.
I just put a whistle under the hood, so every time I take off, I can just blow the whistle. That's all.
And he's going to have some 3-foot swangers sticking off each wheel. I already know. We're going to use
it. Right. That bitch is going to be like H-Town.
Yeah, Texas style, baby. We coming with swangers. Slapping it out.
I can't do that, man. It's an old school scallop paint job. You've probably seen it if you looked on my pages. You've probably seen me post a few pictures of it here and there. And we got the little 2.8 running and driving. We just did a tune-up for it and got it running, driving pretty solid. But I've already got a little 400 turbo sitting on the floor, building a little small block Chevy. Nothing stupid, man. I just want it to drive super dependable so that I can take it to shows.
I was about to say, I don't even know if that 2.8 will turn the alternators.
No, maybe not.
Some little things will run forever, but they didn't have no balls.
Thanks for the warning. Don't park by the Blazer. Yeah, Melissa. No, it's going to be fun. I mean, I am jealous of you demo dudes, man. I mean, no joke. I like what I do. I'm a numbers guy, the mathematics, the challenge of finding gains, the data tracking. I cannot tell you. It just does something to me to sit there and track data.
I got bored with it.
Different peaks. And
honestly,
I want to play too. I want to get in the sandbox with you boys, man.
I'm about to say, now I've had a Ronnie Pruitt demo now. Don't tell me you don't demo. I got some.
Yeah, I'll turn it on every now and again for certain.
I don't know if I'd call it a demo or more just an assault, but it was something.
Assault. When was this, Dan? I'm trying to remember. I mean, was it
down at the Crossfire show or Roger's birthday when I came down for Roger's birthday?
That's right. Actually, yeah. Yep. So that was I'm thinking those were probably the V4s I had in there. That was probably before the Neos. That was before the rebuild for finals because we did a lot of modding. We shrunk the back wall. We changed the frequency. We peaked it up in the high 60s now, and nice. It's a different play now. I've given a couple of sit down demos, people that just would not leave it alone, kind of thing. And respectfully, I'll never do it before I run. I mean, I'm keeping my I'm keeping my numbers strong. But after I run it, I'll put a 64 hertz on, and I'll swing it for 3 or 4 seconds. If they hold on to it, then I'll let go. I'm not trying to tap people out. I'm not trying to, be that guy.
But give that little punch to the chest and let them know.
Yeah, we went on to an old school kicker meet. Kicker has an old school stereo thing that they do every year, and they invited me out one year after finals. So I took the van out, and this was with the V4s on 216Ks at half ohm each. So I think it was doing like a 63, 64, somewhere in there. And those guys were just having a fit, man. They were old school guys, had some really killer old school builds. And a guy named Joaquin, I can't recall his last name. He's like, hey, man, can I sit in the port? And I looked at him. I was like, I don't know if that'd be a good idea, man. He's like, oh, no. Come on, man. Let me do it. I've done it before. Everybody else is going, yeah, man, put him in it. Let him have it. He wants it.
Want to watch it.
So we put him in there. He fit in. There's a video floating around. What's his name? Robert Hi-Fi Vega.
Yes.
What's his name?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't say that wrong.
No,
but he did a whole video shoot on the car and talked about everything that we're doing. And they had Joaquin sitting in that box, and I held on to it. It wasn't no little 3 second. I held it for about 7, 8, 9 seconds, and he was not having fun, man. He got out. If I'm not mistaken, he came to me and said, "I will never do that shit again." That was not fun. He was walking.
I actually had people at the Kansas City show wanting to get in my box.
Yeah,
but now here's the fun part. Now, I ain't one of them loud high note guys like you where you just cave testing.
Yeah,
I know what my truck does. I don't know what it does in the box, but I know it can't be fun.
It can't be.
There's nothing fun in that box.
It is fun in the box.
But I will say this: here was the funniest part. They wanted to do it at the end of the day. Now I've been demoing this thing for like 9 hours. Them sub motors is like 230 degrees. I'm like, you sure you want to cry your ass on top of them subs? Yeah. You go for it. I ain't responsible. I ain't worried about you getting your ears blown out. I'm worried about you getting your skin burnt off. But you go right on ahead and crawl up in there. Go for it.
I want to say it was
I'm like, it's 103 hells in that box, but you're more than welcome to it.
I want to say it was 2018, maybe 2018, like my second year around. Daniel Allen out here in Texas had a Crossfire van, something like 12 V4 18s. Man, just stupid amount of power. I want to say like 16 8Ks. This is before the 16K was even, in production. And he was giving little 2-3 second burp hits, letting people feel it. And I sit down, that thing got a 170 to the chest. Now I'm done. I'll be honest with you. I'm just done. I'm old, man. I turned 50 years old in a couple of weeks, man. And,
it kicks in. I will say, like Chris Lee tried to get me at TDH this year.
Yeah, he got me.
He's going 70s, but I got in there and I made him stank him. He quit. Yeah. I made him tap before I tapped. I'm like, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you it was fun to do it, but I wasn't gonna give up.
I saw the video.
He finally stopped. What's that?
It was on the trailer, wasn't it? I remember seeing the video.
Yeah, it was on the trailer.
It was on the trailer.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I made him tap before I tapped because, bro, it was full stank. Like, he gave me the full stank. Like, he's going and going and going, and I'm just like, this ain't going to end well.
You got that Yin Yang Twins playing? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, he played that damn Usaki because I got the load up demo first, which I was ready for it. I was cool with it.
Worldwide.
That Usaki. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that one. We all know it. And it just lets in.
Yes, sir.
I was watching some videos on my Google Drive. I was cleaning out a bunch of stuff in my Google Drive earlier before y'all came on. And y'all probably know Chevy Black. Y'all know Vito. He's a local guy.
We all know Chevy.
He's a friend of mine, And I found an old video from like a couple of years ago. We were up at a buddy's shop. We all brought our rigs up there and we're just playing around, screwing off. And him and a buddy named Ben Nash, they got in it. And I was like, okay, Finance was agging it on, saying, man, they said it wasn't nothing, Ronnie. They said they could take it all day long. Give it to them. So I was like, all right. And you see Vito looking, and all of a sudden they heard that Usaki track come on. And you saw Vito was like, oh, hell. He done played the Usaki track. And, yeah, man. That Usaki gets you in
that Usaki track sucks.
It gets you right in the throat, man.
Okay, guys. As much as I appreciate everybody and appreciate you guys coming on tonight.
Yeah.
We're getting at that point where we need to wrap it up. Is there anything else that you'd like to say or tell us, Ronnie, before we wrap it up for the night?
Man, you guys are just the shit, bros. I mean, I really, really
not us, brother. It's you.
No, but it's all of us, man. There's not, you can't have one man doing it all. It takes a tribe to raise a child. I'm a firm believer in that. And guys like you, spread the word. Talk to people Get the message across, And I appreciate the support. I want to keep pushing and getting this done quicker, sooner than later. But, man, it takes time. Like I said, I've talked to some good people that have great intentions that really want to be part of what we got going. But until I can get just a few more like-minded people that are willing to put in the time, the effort to meet with kids. You talked about the YMCA, local clubs. You got some over by your house, right, Dan?
Yep.
And I'm not trying to pull y'all in, and I'm not trying to do that. But there's people that have time that can do these things. They're just not aware of it. They just don't know about it. Oh yeah, there's some teacher guy in Texas does something with some kids. Oh, that's cool. They don't know the whole story. So give them the story.
We need to get Jarrett with all his little videography and his web influence, and we'll drag him back in later on this one. But do like a
good conversation.
We need like a presentation video for what.
That's why I didn't want to like hog up Jarrett tonight, because I know there's so much more and so much more that I can pick his brain from.
Right, but I'm saying if we get somebody like that to get with Ronnie and do like make a presentation video, a little 2-minute, 3-minute video.
Yeah.
Just kind of explain him what it is, show him what you do some clips of things, something that we can take, because, when like say I go walk into the local Boys and Girls Club here and try to explain this to them.
Well, that's what I
mean. They're going to be like, what in the hell are you talking about? Why are you wasting my time about to call the cops on you? Get the hell out of the place.
I would love to have you back on again, Ronnie, when maybe we can catch you with the kids and you guys be building, or show what you are building, or show us something, and just to to spark more interest out there and to let everybody know what's really going on behind the scenes. And that would be amazing. Seriously.
Yeah, that's what I mean by ducks in a row, Dan. We got to get the ducks in a row first before we start pitching it to people. I mean, I could throw some pretty lucrative names around right now, but there's no need to, because there's nothing happening yet. I've got to get people behind me that can support it and really know what's going on. The Google Drive I was just talking about going through, that's what I'm doing. I'm compiling footage from finals of us building the machines. Ethan Mendez, a good buddy of mine, put together a little streaming video, awesome thing he did for us last year. And we recruited like 10 kids from that video. Started out with 3 kids. I got 14 kids now. Every Friday sitting there waiting. Are we having Audio Club Friday? Are we having Audio Club Friday? So it's great, man. God bless you, boys. Take care of your families. Happy holidays. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving and Christmas. We'll get back in touch, man. Just keep the faith, keep the word going, man.
I appreciate you. Brother. Thank you for taking time out of your busy night to come on and chat with us. I will definitely be reaching out to you again so we can go a little bit further into details and, maybe show a little bit of actually what you do.
Absolutely, guys. Well, y'all be good, man.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, brothers. Y'all take care now.
All right, brother.